putting on the helmet for the first time, what did that feel like?
I say it was just soaking in a whole new experience. You're not putting on the college helmet that you've been wearing for 4 years. You're putting on an actual NFL team helmet, and just knowing that that's happening is just a great experience.
What do you think you've put out there in these first few days as you're kind of trying to make your first impression?
I mean, I put what I can give out. I put out my effort, and I put out just being able to what's the word? Hold on, ask that again.
Um, just what do you feel like? What impressions have you given in your first days as you're kind of, I guess, new to all of this?
Yeah, I mean, just showing that what I had in college, I'm transitioning here. It's my, relentless, my versatility, and my effort.
Well, and you mentioned to us after you got drafted, having your old college coach here was going to be beneficial. Have you seen that? And is there any kind of shorthand, or how he, I guess, teaches?
I wouldn't say when it comes to teaching and stuff like that, but just being comfortable and trusting. I feel like with a new coach, you got to build that from the ground, but already having that trust established is a whole different thing.
What's your thoughts on the rest of the coaching staff?
I mean, they're phenomenal. They just like Jamal Kane, they're here to do what's best for us. They're not. Of course, everybody got a payroll, but at the end of the day, they're here to make us better.
Well, and have you spent much time watching what the Broncos defense did last year, and Zach Allen making an All-Pro, and obviously having the Defensive Player of the Year and Benito and all that? Spend a lot of extra time on your own looking at what they did.
Oh yeah, man! Just being able to study their game. First of all, just being able to be in a room with a team that produced the most sacks in the league. That's just, it makes you want to study under them. Having that chance to be in that room is like, for a young guy like me, it's like a sponge. I'm just soaking up all the experience I can get.
And do you spend time talking? Because LSU has plenty of dudes in the pros. Do you have some old teammates or guys that you met along the way that talk to you about life in the league?
Yeah, man. I really talked to two people, which was Mekhi Wingo and Mason Smith. It was just, not too deep into it, just what to expect and what they expect from you. The main thing that they told me was this ain't college. Once you there, that's one thing to get there, but it's another thing to be able to stay there.